What's going on, everybody? Welcome to today's video. In today's video, we're going to go over Ethereum on the 4-hour chart, the daily chart, the weekly chart, and also look at the Ethereum Bitcoin pair if we can find any clues on what is going to happen next for Ethereum. That sounds you guys. Make sure you hit that like button, smack that subscribe button down below if you're new, and also go follow me on Twitter and follow the Discord. Links are in the description to those. All right, so let's jump on into the 4-hour chart just to start here for Ethereum. So if we're looking at Ethereum on the 4-hour chart, not going to spend too much time on the short-term time frames. So you guys know I'm definitely more of a fan of the long-term time frames. If you look here, right, Ethereum, as we know, if you've been following the live stream, did break up from a falling wedge. We know these falling wedges typically have a high percentage of breaking to the upside, and we broke it to the upside. Now, what are we doing? Well, we also talked about how Ethereum was a little bit overbought on the 4-hour RSI and could need a little bit of a cool down. And since we broke above our previous resistance, which was a big level for us to break for Ethereum, since then, we've had a little bit of a pullback here on the 4-hour to back test, right? Back test perfectly our previous resistance, right? And flip it into support. So it really is a nice move here for Ethereum. And, based off, what usually happens of something like this, you usually bounce and sort of get your next run up. Now we'll talk about what could potentially happen here, but I'm not going to go too much more into the short-term time frames for Ethereum. That's the basic gist of the 4-hour time frame. Now let's switch on over to the daily. And the daily is a beautiful setup, okay? If we just zoom a little bit in here on the daily time frame and we look, what has Ethereum done really since about August, right? So for a little bit over a month now, for about 5 weeks, we've kind of consolidated above our big previous resistance, right? So we had resistance on this level all throughout here for Ethereum, right? All throughout May, June, really May and June. I thought we were going to go into July too, but not quite. We had resistance on this level all throughout May and June. And you can also see, right, that our 50-day moving average was big resistance during that time as well, which is our green moving average here. You can see how we got rejected from it not once, not twice, but 3 times there. Every single time we tried to get back above it. Now, we got rejected every time. We also got rejected on it down here. But what have we done recently? Not only have we reclaimed, right, that previous resistance and flipped it into support multiple times here, about 4 times. But if you zoom in a little bit even more here, look what we've done with that 50-day moving average. Well, we've confirmed that as support as well, not once, but twice as well. So our bunch of our previous resistances flipping as support here on the daily time frame, and we're looking like we want to move up. Now, if we look at the daily, there's not a lot of resistance between where we are right now and all the way up towards about the $3,800 level. If we see where we were last time we were here, well, we had 2 straight days of a pump all the way up to about $3,850, or really $3,850, right? So that is sort of what I see happening here for Ethereum. You look even back here, really in between here at all-time highs, you pretty much went straight up. Same thing you did here, pretty much between where you were down here and up here. You pretty much went straight up with one little red daily candle in between. So I'm expecting something similar to happen like that for Ethereum over the course of the next couple of days to weeks. Might not happen right away. Now, the other thing I wanted to touch on is we had a golden cross back about a month ago for Ethereum. Now, we've been talking about this a little bit for Bitcoin in the streams and also did a video on it, but I wanted to touch on for Ethereum, right? We had sort of the fake out death cross, right? And then we crossed back into a golden cross. Now, is that a significant thing for Ethereum? Well, not really. Not really. And I want to go back to show you guys just real quickly. But I think this time is showing that it's a lot different than the previous times where we've had these fake out golden crosses. Now, if we look back in time at some of the last times we had these golden crosses, you can see right here for Ethereum, we had the golden cross, and obviously this one was great. This one led to significant gains to the upside from about $170 all the way up to $4,500. If we go back in time and look at this one, you can see we had the golden cross, and it was literally at the same exact time that we topped out here locally. Now, yes, this was a black swan event that happened shortly after, But you can still see that the exact top was the exact day we had the fake out golden cross. And this is going to be very interesting looking back a little bit further. If we keep going back, this one we had the golden cross. We obviously had pretty nice gains from about $154 to about $360, right? If we keep going back, we had a golden cross back there. This one was obviously extremely good as well. This one led to about a $10 Ethereum all the way up to all the way up to about a $1,500 Ethereum. Absolutely insane gains there. And then we had another fake out right here. And this is why I think this is interesting. Look where we got the golden cross for this one. So we had the golden cross right here, okay? We had the golden cross right here. And what was similar to the last one? Well, that was marked the exact local top on that golden cross. So you can see the two fake out golden crosses. The exact day that we had the fake out golden crosses was the exact top for Ethereum locally, okay? Locally. Now, why do I think this one is different? So we had the fake out death cross into the golden cross. Jordan, why do you think this one's so different? Well, you see, we had the death cross, the golden cross, but that was not our top locally. So our two ones that weren't continuations, the exact top was the exact day we had the golden cross. This one, after that, we went to about $3,000 all the way up to about $4,000, right? So it was not the local top for Ethereum. So very, very much different than our previous markets. So I wanted to quickly touch on that. I thought that was super, super interesting here for Ethereum. Actually, was looking to move here, 3,622 as we speak. Now, quickly on the weekly chart. ETH had a double top, right? ETH had a double top as of right now. But what is interesting about Ethereum is we continue to hold, right, our 20 and 30 week moving averages, which are typically our bull market support bands, right? Our typical bull market support bands. You can see here, we held it nicely here. And we never really came back down to test it other than that in this bull market, which is why I think we were a little bit overextended. We needed this pullback, and that's exactly what we got for Ethereum. Looking back at previous markets, right, we did a similar thing, right? Really, we have one previous market. Did a similar thing. We back tested it here and we got overextended. We back tested it, we back tested it, we back tested it, and we continued up. And then when we dropped down below it, we couldn't get back above it, went into a bear market. And that's why I don't think this one is anything similar to 2018, because we couldn't get back over it here. Here, we dumped below the 20, but we got back above it. And now we're looking to maybe come back down and test it as support, possibly. That's sitting at about 2,800. I don't know if we reach there right now. I think we have a little too much strength at the current moment to maybe go back down to 2,800. But nevertheless, that is all. The other thing I wanted to show you guys here on the weekly chart for Ethereum is Ethereum loves double topping, right? Loves double topping in the middle of a bull market. Well, we only have really one to look at for Ethereum. But if you look, it did it twice in 2017, guys. You look right here, we topped out right here, and we topped out right here before continuing up, right? We actually did pretty much a triple top, which is interesting. A triple top for Ethereum, right? If we look what we do again in June in 2017, we also 1, 2, 3 triple top before continuing up. What have we gotten so far? Well, so far, right? So far, we have gotten a double top. So does that mean that we're going to maybe have one more swing here, have a triple top, and then continue our way up, just like we did twice back in 2016, 2017 before topping out? Could definitely be a possibility, right? And we haven't yet seen that triple top. Just a theory, right? Just a theory. It doesn't have to happen that way, right? We could easily just do this sort of double top and sort of continue up, which the strength of the market right now, I do like that probability, but I also think it's still possible that Ethereum could come back up one more time, get rejected again, maybe come back down, make a higher low, and then we sort of break up. I think that's also a possibility here for Ethereum, just looking back at what we've done in the past, all right? So the Ethereum Bitcoin ratio is the last thing I wanted to look at here, and the structure on this is still good. Ever since we broke back above this, really in May of this year, right, our previous resistance has been holding perfectly as new support. I like it. I like it. And if you look at the basic structure that we might be making here, if you look at the sort of resistance that we have right now, where we kind of keep getting rejected, well, we got rejected twice at this general level at about 0.081, right, back here, right? Right here, and we haven't quite reached it here, but you can see what Ethereum's possibly doing here. And this is why I think Ethereum's about to have a pretty big run, assuming that we do continue up in this market, right, over the course of the next couple months. It, like we've said countless times in this channel, if we break 0.081 on the ratio, guys, Ethereum could have another run all the way up to 11 cents possibly here. Sorry, not 11 cents, but 0.11 on the ratio, right? So it could get pretty juicy here pretty quickly here for Ethereum. It's going to be interesting to watch this over the course of the next couple weeks to months. But this is still looking really good. Still looking really good on the Ethereum Bitcoin ratio. We could possibly see what we normally see, right? Is Ethereum outgaining Bitcoin when Bitcoin's strong, right? And when Bitcoin's weak, we usually see Bitcoin outgain Ethereum. This, to me, is showing that I do think Bitcoin's going to remain strong. Ethereum's going to continue to outpace Bitcoin, and it's going to be like a typical bull market continuation, right? So that's all I really wanted to touch on today, guys. Make sure you guys hit that like button down below for the YouTube algorithm. Let's try to get 1,000 likes on this video somehow, some way. Let's try to get 1,000 likes. If we can do it, that would be freaking awesome. And I'll catch you guys in the live stream later tonight. All right? Peace out, guys.